Stating that human beings and nature are at the center of concerns for sustainable development, Bolivia is proposing to update the Rio Declaration of 1994, noting in its first draft proposal to the UN that not only do human beings have the right to a healthy life, but so too does nature. The briefing was held at UN headquarters on Tuesday by Ambassador Pablo Solón of Bolivia.
The Rio Declaration says that only humans are in the center of sustainable development. From our point of view, not only human beings have the right to a healthy life, but also nature. And if nature is not recognized, then the rights of people are not going to be fully recognized.
Amongst the draft's various principles, participants at the meeting, such as civil society and NGOs, agreed that the $1.5 trillion of public funding spent on war and security budgets of developed countries should be used to address climate change in developing countries, where $100 billion of public and private funds is expected to be dedicated by 2020. Bolivia's draft proposal also includes a new international financial architecture to replace the World Bank and the IMF with entities it states are more democratic and transparent and that refrain from imposing conditions.
If there is such kind of mechanism, then what we agree won't stay in a paper, it will come into the reality. The second key issue is to have the resources, the economical resources to do what we are all agreeing. And there are mainly two proposals: to have those expenses that now are going to defense and war be delivered to the environment and to sustainable development. And second, to create a mechanism that implements a tax on financial transactions in order to fund all these sustainable development activities that we are putting forward.
The proposal introduces tools to help achieve sustainable growth, such as changing unsustainable patterns of consumption, production, and waste through public policy, regulations, and the active participation of society, noting that the provision of effective services must be essentially through governments and not the private sector, generally incentivized by profit. The proposal also states that an international tribunal of environment and climate justice must be established to judge and sanction crimes against nature that transcend national borders, violating the rights of nature and affecting humanity. As part of the preparatory process for the upcoming Rio +20 conference, the government of Bolivia will be holding an expert-level interactive debate to be held at the United Nations on April 20th on sustainable development and nature. For South News, I'm Afaf Kanja, United Nations.